pulling the sweet handbrake of the gods here. All right, here we go. We're on like Donkey Kong.
Amen, brother.
How you been doing, young Peter? Dude, your camera's fucking perfect, dude. That's amazing.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
I found a mount for like a iPhone that has the right screw to go on there, and now I can grab my Logitech Brio that was not threaded at all, and I can just grab it and put it right
Nice.
in front of me.
I think your game sound is going to be over your voice a little bit. I was hoping it was not going to be. I'm losing you slightly behind your game sound. But nothing to worry about for the moment. Let's try to make some progress here. Dude, this is so much fun. This is so much fun on a Tuesday. It feels like it should be illegal on a Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Like
It does feel more like yeah, something I'm not supposed to be doing.
yeah, you're not supposed to be playing video games on a Tuesday. A Tuesday night? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's insane. You've lost your fucking mind.
I know
You
a
can't
lot
find
of people that
anything
do
better
that,
to
but
do on a
that's not
Tuesday?
Something that I haven't been too often.
Aw, man, we got this whole... Yeah, I'm losing you behind your game sound. Your game sound is aggressive and awesome and powerful, and your voice slips right behind that. I can hear it.
Game sound at all.
You're just very light. You're very light. You know what? I'm gonna. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, they're gonna take A. Quickly, they're gonna take A. All right, you nerd jackets. All good. We're getting the comm system broken. I can hear you.
Yep. That's weird.
Okay.
I'm like all the way up.
Okay, you sound good right now. You sound good.
Excuse me.
You sound good. I think it's also a quiet time here. It's fine. It's probably my stuff. I'm sure the server sounds great. This is so much fun, like we were saying. Does feel slightly verboten.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Verboten's where it's at, dude.
Like been batching it up for a while. So
Say it again.
been batching it up for a while.
You have been batching it up for a while. How's that been going? You've been staying busy and focused, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I have definitely. What is burning?
Okay, that's not me. Smells in your particular environment couldn't be coming from my side of the universe. You should probably check that out. Did you get swatted? Just kidding. If you have to go make sure your house isn't burning down, that's totally acceptable.
My little brother's right over here.
Your little brother's trying to burn it down?
No, my mom is burning popcorn in her.
Ah, that's cool. Well, your mom probably knows how to get out of a burning situation.
Yeah,
I'm not sure everybody does, but I bet your mom's got that down. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing.
Yeah. She did it on purpose, probably.
That's hilarious.
She overdid it though.
Sometimes people can be forgiven for like trying, they don't, like caramel corn,
Really
you can't cook it
burning
as
a
long.
house down.
Sometimes you can be forgiven for burning a house down. But it does it's a process.
It's a process.
You got to work from one end of the issue to the other. You got to start in the middle and work your way to one side, and then go back and get the other side that wasn't quite complete, and then, why do houses cost so much? They're just, I mean, it's ridiculous. Why don't we make it a federal program to make cheap houses? Just, this is the U.S. house, and it's a nice house, and the materials are like available, and you can just build the house. So it's like there's just empty parts of America that it would be great to have people living there, because they'd raise some kind of taxes, probably.
Yeah, or maybe they could do like a commodities marketplace, a regulated commodities marketplace that small businesses or like individuals could buy all the materials that they
like a
would
co-op.
want. Yeah, and yeah, you could pay
to be a part of the co-op.
To buy it. To put it together for you.
How about you train high school kids to assemble the house? Just high school is a required course called the house. This is how you assemble the U.S. house. You can get another house, but this is how you do the U.S. one. This is where you order it. This is how you get it. This is the program. This is how you assemble it. This is how you support it. We're going to teach you everything about this house. And now you'll always have a place to live because everybody's entitled to one house. You just press the button. You're a U.S. citizen. The house package arrives. It's your job to set it up and maintain it and defend it with your armaments. Go Second Amendment. And let's not get rolling up in a hail of tyranny.
Yeah.
Let's atomize and decentralize America so that when they try to roll us tyrannical style, they can't do it. Let's encrypt all communications, encrypt all money, store value on the blockchain, disengage from global financial systems. Let's go, America!
Yeah,
Cowboy, cowboy.
We don't need banks to custody ether money. Okay.
Yeah. Clearly, they can't be trusted. They were supposed to get reformed by the awesome Obama in 2008. That didn't happen. They wrote that check. And then they'd write it again and again and again. And when they passed the law in 28, when they bailed out the banks, they said, "Hey, the next time this happens, you don't have to ask us. You can just do it." And guess what? They took it. They played around with other people's money, and when you play with other people's money, it's real easy to spend it. And boy, do they spend it.
Boy. Yep. And
We've got these.
Now,
Yeah.
there's just get out of jail free cards. So.
For corporations.
Well, for banks.
For banks, exactly. No responsibility. You don't have to responsibly lend anything. We will always bail you out. But if you make any profit, you can keep that. What the fuck do you call that? That is not a free market. And then, but there's regulations, so you can't start a new one. Like you and I couldn't start one and get in on this. Yeah, like let that thing fail. Let it fucking fall apart. You know the end of Fight Club? He blows up all of the credit unions? Like that. Yeah. That's a prophecy. There's global financial system. Got a couple holes in it.
Yep, and now our communication is sped up fast enough. We can see it. We just haven't really figured out how to develop new types of mobs.
New types of mobs? Like how to mob up on a global level?
Yeah, how to mob there's something like
yeah, man.
that.
Yeah.
Because that's
how to move the needle with people you aren't necessarily physical neighbors with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's good.
I'm downloading what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're laying down, man. Although I'm just saying it, but this is the first time I'm thinking it too. So it's kind of cool to talk about. Dude, I'm not doing a bad job of keeping this door over here.
Okay.
Oh, are they on B? Just a touch on B. But you know what? No one's on AA, so it's us. It's us, and then it's nobody. So we gotta stop the steal over here. Dude, I heard some stats about Trump today.
What?
DeSantis, who's running against Trump for the 2024 presidential nomination in the United States of America, is losing lots of support. And this means that Trump is basically running away with it. So there's like a good chance we're going to get a Trump presidency. If it's Trump v. Biden today, Trump wins every day. It's crazy because we had that competition, but this time around the Republicans aren't shooting themselves in the foot. They're ballot stuffing and doing all the dirty tricks that the left did on the last one. So if that playing field is more evened out, it means Trump's probably going to win, which is crazy, right? Can you imagine going through 4 more years of Trump? Like, no one can fix this firmware. like just the malware just keeps running in a circle. Like, give me a break, dude.
Malware has been running in a circle.
Yeah, it has. It's malware.
Life.
Yeah, your entire life, for sure. It's fucking crazy. I remember a time when it wasn't, but that was Vietnam. That was post-Vietnam. And it went through like a breath before it got crazy fuck again. Yeah, Vietnam was so ugly they had to knock it out for a little bit. But then they got right back to it. The number of governments that the United States military has, or CIA and such, has overthrown is like it's like more than 100 or something. It's like it's like democratically elected government. Shut it down. Why is that legal? Why is it legal? Shouldn't we? Don't we like democracies? If we're a democracy, wouldn't we want to promote democracy in others? So stop stopping them. What the fuck, dude? Like who's making this call? What the fuck? Like that's so insane. Like if you want to stop other countries, just go be a third world militia. Just do that. Why does it have to be under the guise of the United States of America? Why does it have to be that? Like your crazy plans. Like that's insane. Why do you need the American taxpayer to foot that bill? Like Jiminy Christmas. Well, that's such a bad idea. That's the only way to do it.
I think when you end up with these black budgets.
Yeah, man.
That
unlimited money. No accountability.
Yeah, exactly. That smart people in fringe government positions can leverage and play games with.
Start militias, end political experiments. A lot of bad.
To an ego match at some level, especially because they're just out by themselves, unchecked.
Dude, accountability. We got to rein our society back in. It's absolutely crazy. We're like in a war everywhere. Like what?
But no one actually is trying to go to war.
Yeah, everybody's pretty chill out here in these streets. They're like, can we get the back catalog of Baywatch perhaps in our library? Like that's what they're into. They're into our culture. And meanwhile, we're just like warring it up every place. And just the horror of unleashing violence and death on that scale. It destroys a generation. It scars a place forever. You never get that innocence and that peace back. It's one-way ticket, war, to corruption of the soul. And it's always bad. So anyone who's like, let's go war, it's like, have you even read about it? Maybe not participated in it, but if you just read the accounts of the people who went to war and how they felt about it, not a good review. Let's fucking go with this first. Hey! We're gonna engaging the interstellar transport system. Here we go with the cabbage. Engage. We descend from the upper echelons of the hypersphere.
High as Jesus on the space shuttle.
High as Jesus on the space shuttle. And, Peter, let's just celebrate the moment here. We have connected our two situations over space and time. This server is working. It will not be working for forever. Our grandchildren will not be playing on this server. This shit will fold. That's right. It's all impermanent. This moment will pass. It's a fleeting thing. It's beautiful. It's a dance of light and magic, and it just floats by like a dream. Let's make a movie, man. The only things left is to make some art. Just make art. It's like celebrate the beauty. Echo back some of the fractal of awesomeness that's coming our way. Oh, we got a situation over here. We got Dale. Fuck yeah! Hey, Dale, what the fuck's up, man? Hey, what's shaking, bacon?
Playing my own games over here.
Fuck yeah, dude. Are you in Chile or Argentina?
I am in Santiago, Chile.
Chile!
Ow.
I love this so much, dude. Tell us about your adventures.
Shoot, not a whole lot, really. I just getting to know Santiago. It's a big city.
Yeah.
And I went out to the beach last week.
Nice. Uh-huh.
And it's absolutely gorgeous out there.
Yeah, it is. You were sending a couple of pics. It looks amazing. Heavenly.
Oh yeah. And I'm thinking in the next couple of weeks I'm going to go into the mountains.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's been snowy, so
Yeah.
it's hard to hike up there.
Okay. And you've been in that country. Psilocybin mushrooms are legal, and you have been.
They're not legal.
Oh, okay.
But they are decriminalized.
Decriminalized. So no hassle, no fuss, no muss.
Yeah. Now I did see that if you sold them.
Yeah.
That there was a case a few years ago where somebody was arrested, but they had like several pounds of mushrooms.
Some kind of cultivation, some industrial scale shit. That's a different category. Not personal use. Yeah.
That's right.
And personal use is pretty much smiled upon in them parts, if I am not mistaken.
I can just go down the street right now and I can find weed, mushrooms, Molly, just about anything.
Is their Molly nice?
I'm not going to try it because I don't have any testing kits.
That was gonna be my next question. How do you defeat the fentanyl situation? That's how you do it, by not doing it.
Well,
just say no, kids.
I don't think that they have a whole lot of fentanyl here in the country.
That's great. I'm so glid to hear that. I just think it's such an evil.
In it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I've been getting into this deep dive into cactuses. The cactuses have sought me out.
Yeah.
I'm getting captivated. And the San Pedro cactus really loves that environment that you're in. It's native from that part of the world. Argentina, Chile, right in there. Yeah, and it's San Pedro, St. Peter, because it has the keys to heaven. And it's accused of creating a heavenly field around it with this beautiful fragrance that it puts out of its flowers. And I was introduced to it at a psilocybin party, a legal psilocybin party in Denver. We have legal psilocybin here. You can't sell it, but you can give it away. I went to this party, and these kids were like, here's some psilocybin. And I was like, I am already so high. I will navigate one dimension at a time. But, it was very fun. But very confusing party. At the end of the night, I had to actually walk myself through what was real and what wasn't. It was like, and I wasn't even shrooming. Everyone else was shrooming. But you ever be the only person in the room who isn't drunk when everyone else is drunk, and it's kind of like they drag you along a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like that, like times 1,000 with mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's wild. I had a person. Oh yeah. At this party, I met this really cool guy, and he brought his San Pedro cactus, who he said wanted to come to the party and hang out with all the people who were celebrating the legal psilocybin. This was before the psychedelic conference, the MAP psychedelic conference last month. And
okay.
Anyway, so I walk up, and this giant San Pedro cactus has these two beautiful trumpets out, and I smell them, and my God, it was the most beautiful, layered scent I had ever smelled. And at the end of the scent, and I know this is going to sound insane, it was like a journey to a heavenly world where these cactuses were like holding this mega high vibration, and it like existed on other planets and moons and shit, and their seeds can exist in the vacuum of space. I was getting captivated. I didn't know what was happening, but I was like, what is up with this cactus? Anyway, I followed it, and I went on this great adventure during this conference. I kept catching the cactus vibration, and I found a really nice guy in Ashland, Oregon, who Galactic Cactus, who sells legal San Pedro cactus in all 50 states. And I got some cactuses, and I've got all of the soil and the pots and such. It's all on order to set up a little cactus meditation cave. Anyway, I've been thinking about you, brother. You're down in that part of the world. I've been watching all these videos of those beautiful mountains and that great desert.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not really desert. It's more
okay.
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. these sweet little cactuses, this guy I was talking to, who got this thing to flower, and it flowered right before this giant conference where everybody was celebrating the legality of this stuff, and you'd be a fan, Dale. This is legal MDMA, provided through a prescription. What? Yeah, through a prescription. The MAPS Public Benefit Corporation. They're going to go live next year. They have 73 underground therapists who are rock chalking and jayhawking, but mum's the word. And they need to go to 10,000, they think, to meet the need for people who want to do this MDMA-assisted psychotherapy. And they're trying to get the cost down because 78% of people with trauma are poor as shit. So it's not it can't be a super expensive therapy for just the rich. It's got to be for everybody.
Yeah.
And there was 12,000 people together working this all out. There were artists and burners and just everybody. It was fun as shit. You would have loved it.
I know I've seen lots of art displays like that.
Oh my god, no! I know what you mean. So many festivals are getting more of an art-based vibe to their thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love that. I love that it's spreading. It's the cosmic mycelium of good spiritual art. Art that means something to somebody. I love it. And usually there's dance close by, which is the reason which is really why I love it.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of dancing down here.
Dude, that's criminal.
They do have like lots of reggaeton, but that's like the country music of Latin America.
Nice, okay.
So it's
not dancey-trancy.
It's like the same thing over and over.
So it pairs well with alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
Call it for what it is. Where the fuck are we going? What are we doing? Alright, nice. This guy's doing he's doing his cool stand. Very cool. This guy's giving us props. He likes fighting with us, Peter. Dude, Dale, it's so cool to catch up, man. It's so nice to talk.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a fucking while, dude. I am. So you're taking a little bit of a break from the work situation. How's that all going?
Well, it's not exactly a break. It's nobody is showing interest.
Interesting.
It's really dead.
Really dead. Interesting. Do you have probably pretty significant savings, I would guess. Is that true?
I do.
That is good. Good job, brother. That's awesome.
And living here is about half
I
of
know.
what it is in the U.S.
If, right? I mean, you can get by down there on next. There's so many poor people that survive down there. Like, really, really poor people.
Yeah.
Like, people with nothing. Or really close to it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
I know. Well, I got to travel a little bit in my 20s down there, and but Costa Rica and such, and Mexico, and when people are poor, they need people, and when you need people, it kind of forces your heart open in a lot of ways, and that's kind of the curse of the first world with all our wealth, is everybody's in their own little pod with their heart closed. So if we could open our hearts in the first world, we'd have a lot. That is the wealth of the third world, is the people. And the forced sense of community that just comes from finding meals with people and figuring it out at that level.
I think there's one more thing to it as well. I think that when you're in that position of wealth, you're afraid of losing it.
Oh yeah, attached to it, attachment. That's what the Buddha said, dude.
Attachment. Yeah.
The guy who has nothing can lose nothing. What's that?
What's his name? That did Walden.
Oh, Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Yeah.
What was their not the naturalists? What were they? They were the there was a name for that. What was that name? What was that literary movement?
I forget.
Me too. I'm a wiki search away from it.
And there were a couple of them that were like big names.
Big names. That's transcendentalism.
Yeah.
I think. But yes, while hanging out in Walden Pond, getting back into the natural rhythm, letting the plants and the animals and the natural cycle of the sun and the moon set your inner clock and teach you something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just go out and oh my beans.
Grow your beans. Farming is apparently the most satisfying career of all careers.
I did that for a while, and I really did enjoy it.
Oh, that's amazing. Our buddy Jake, he's having trouble. He had to put down his goats the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
God dang, man, that just sucks. It's so hard to raise stuff, but you learn. And I used to live on a farm. We raised rabbits.
Issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had issues with coyotes and
yes.
hawks.
Yep. Fox love the taste of everything we like.
Mm-hmm.
They're a direct competition for food source, and they're adorable. I've got several that live in our neighborhood here. Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, no, it also forces you to live closer to the cycle of light and day that's natural, because you don't have all the electricity at your fingertips, so you use natural light and natural heat. And and that's a very positive thing for the body.
Well, and you live in rhythm with everything going on around you as well.
Totally, yes. And that feels like belonging when you're in sync with all those layers.
Yeah.
Woo!
Sort of. My ex-wife.
Yeah.
She did not like it because it meant that she was beholden to those rhythms as opposed to just doing what she wanted to do.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. With enough power, you can cut free from reality. Float in a pod of warmth and light and sound and entertainment and sync, and it's like living in space is what it is. It's like living in space.
nice. Stick.
Can you mine in space? Are you a space miner?
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm playing EVE Online.
Totally. I hope to retire from space mining one day and just retire into the bliss of the physical world. There is no... I live in a place that was where the gold rush was 100 years ago, and you got to bring your own wealth to this part of the world. You got to bring your own connection via the sky. Dude, there's have you ever thought about going back into programming?
I mean, that's what I was doing before.
Oh, you were doing an architectural kind of thing. So you're just looking for programming gigs?
No, the thing is that I go in as a programmer, and they go, "Oh, you can do this."
Nice.
And
nice.
I just do it.
Have you had your resume updated by a professional?
I mean,
there's apparently
by
yeah. There is apparently a huge AI blocking wall right now. Like, all these companies are swamped in information, and so they use AI. And so, like, there's this whole SEO with getting your resume in front of somebody, which is apparently it's completely gamified.
Oh my god.
No
that
bueno,
might be the
right?
Problem.
That's what I'm telling you. You got to get like an AI consultant to AI fucking-fy your thing and just go, attack with the AIs. They fight, and you just go meet the human behind this curtain.
Yeah, nobody has said anything. I do know that it's not so much the resume as LinkedIn.
Did you say macrame? Tell me.
Resume.
Oh, resume. LinkedIn, exactly. LinkedIn.
Yeah,
you're nailing it. You're nailing it. Yep. I have been gainfully employed for going into 4 years this summer. I feel very lucky to have ridden the wave that with the we had a nice pattern with our IT. It was all decentralized, and so when everybody went home, there was no major change that needed to happen. None of our core systems needed to be updated because that was the cutting edge, and that was like, and so I administer that kind of an environment IT wise, and it's a great skill. It's always in demand. Every company needs it. Every single business you walk into needs it. So it's like the website design of this era. You run a Google Workspace. You get them their Gmail. You get them a website through Wix or something else. You help them get on Google. They do lightweight SEO. They get listed on those apps. Doing kind of social media stuff or whatever, that'd be another level. But just doing the basics. I think that that's the handyman plumber stuff of our era. And here's the thing: you do it for people who don't like technology, because it's not that it's easy to do. It's just people don't have the mind to do it. And so anyway, you saddle up next to the people who can't stand the technology, and
or the desire, yeah.
You become indispensable, and then you're working for like a gardening store or something. Or whatever, or a gardening chain, or you just stay away from the big corporate beasts, but because those fuckers are deadly to the soul.
Yeah.
Catch you in their weight.
Yeah, they demand human sacrifice, more or less. More or less.
Yeah, that's not a lie.
Yeah. I feel lucky that I burnt through. I climbed the career ladder at several organizations like that, and I was at a time when I didn't give a shit, and I was like bulletproof. Now I would give a shit, and I'd say something, and I'd last a week. When I say I didn't give a shit, yeah, go ahead. Go.
Yeah, the thing about doing down here is actually growing edible mushrooms, not the
yeah,
just
like gourmet.
Yeah. Well, not even gourmet. The people down here like mushrooms, but nobody is providing it.
Oh, that's amazing. So there's a market.
Yeah.
That's what Terrence McKenna started doing. He sold mushrooms for years, and then they made the PF Tech, which was the first guide on one of the first guides on how to do it. And they had a book with photos in it, and they basically were the Johnny Appleseeds of psilocybin mushrooms. And I ran across the PF Tech years ago, and I used it to grow some wonderful little fungi friends. And I found it to be a very pleasant mutual relationship. It was very nice and very easy to do. And now it's legal to do so in Colorado. Like where I'm sitting right now, I can have a 12-foot by 12-foot grow, and my wife can have one too, so that's 24 by 24 feet.
12 by 12, that's huge.
I could have like I could have a mail order business in this corner of my garage completely legally, and I could just serve Colorado, and that would be or some other place where it was decriminalized. I don't know. I think the USPS can't keep up with all the awesome legalization stuff that's happening. All I know is there's a bunch of cool motherfuckers that are moving in my neck of the woods. Just like we got an influx of cool motherfuckers when we legalized cannabis. Now it's with psilocybin. These guys mean business, man. They're like changing the world out here in these streets. Like, no, we just exited into this other dimension. Watch this. Bang, bang. It's crazy. It's like we're going interdimensional out here in Colorado. Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic. It's a great song. Woo! So anyway, totally. Anyway, we're getting cactivated out here in these streets. We're getting knee deep in the cactus. We're also starting a scrum this Wednesday night, dude. Dude, you should join and make your project bootstrapping your LinkedIn to AIify it, or something. You should have like a one-pointed focus. I'm gonna get employed. I'm just gonna fucking do it. Put in 1,000 resumes a day.
I want to get away from that. I think I want to get into.
Okay, then you take that to the next level.
Mushrooms and doing other shit. Yeah.
Nice. Then you just go whole hog in on that, like beeline to profit. And we're a victorious young Peter. Look, we can't be stopped. We cannot be stopped.
I'm telling you, 3 in a row.
Dude, let's talk about mushroom entrepreneurship in a moment. I'm gonna cut here to some excellent music. Here we go. And break of the gods, here we go, into the battle. Woohoo! Oh, our favorite level. This is awesome. Dude, it's illegal to sell mushrooms still, but you can give them away. So the real way to do it in my universe is to integrate it into a ceremonial situation with friends. You make your own grow. You make sure it's super pure. You know, just on Easter and, you know, the vernal equinox, you invite friends over and you sing songs to Jesus in your garage, and this is gonna be the best, man.
One of the things I've been thinking about with that.
Yeah.
I'm getting some feedback.
Sorry. Let's. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reboot you here. Hold on a sec. We're gonna clear this, and then we're gonna boot you. Here we're gonna reboot you. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, everybody's rebooted. You still hearing yourself?
Yes,
Check,
yes.
check.
Okay. Somehow we're looping. Sorry, brother. Might it be something on your phone or on your laptop? I don't know. This is usually pretty clean, but sometimes Peter or I might accidentally pump our headphones into our voice channel, and then you get a loop. Are you hearing a loop, Peter? I am not.
I'm hearing a loop for Dale. Dale is
For Dale, just for Dale. Yeah.
And I'm
So
hearing
you-
2 loops for Peter.
2 loops for Peter. Wow, that's interesting. Have we ever? I don't think we've ever experienced this particular.
I have a loop myself. So I bet
When you-
there's a loop in your thing.
In my
Maybe a
thing.
double loop in your thing.
A double loop. God damn it. I gotta correct this karma. I gotta correct this audio karma. I walk into a room and it's like there's echoes of my friends' doppelgangers staring back from the shadows of time. What the fuck?
Yeah. I have like a 3/4 of a second delay. Dale
God
has
dang it. I'm sorry.
probably about the same echo.
All right. Adjusting. Okay, let's think here. How does this work? Okay, I go like this. This is audio. Voice meter, output, VIO. Okay, that was maybe why I did it that way.
Check. Still have a little side tone.
And I do not.
That's good.
Everything sounds right.
Yeah, everything sounds right for me right now.
We can't hear you, though.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
There's Paul.
There we go.
You can hear me?
We got Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Paul.
Yep.
Fuck. Okay, but
That's
you're not
good.
gonna be able to hear my game sound, but that's gonna be fucking fine.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it, which is all that matters. That's
Yeah.
perfect, and that's enough. I was hanging out with Garrett the other day, Dale, and we were making some pretty decent. We're headed towards some pretty decent dance music, my man. Like just infinite
Ooh.
dance music. I know. It's like we're rocking some stuff, and oh my god, we were using Zoom, and just I had this crazy loop going on, and I could not get it to sort out. I was like, I gotta take this out of software and put it in hardware. I just need like a digital mixing desk that I can just, you know, have a USB to, and it just does all the work outside of my computer.
What you're talking about is one of my favorite thing about live techno.
Yes.
They'll get up there and then they'll start loops, and then they just
Yeah.
keep playing them, and you'll get like one song where they just, you know, riffing on these different loops for
Oh my god.
30,
yes.
40 minutes, and it's just it just gets you in deep. It gets you in deep.
I want to go to this concert you're going to. This sounds amazing. Like way better than a recorded record. Like just 30 to 40 minutes of random improvised trance.
They're hard to find.
Well, let's make one then.
Let's make one.
So you were talking about the mushroom thing. One of the things I'm thinking about
Yeah.
doing is setting up a psychedelic vacation.
Nice, like a destination.
Yeah, and then I would
Fuck
set
yeah,
it up
dude.
so that they could have a nice, comfortable environment. We
Yeah.
could talk about that. I could work with them on what their objectives are,
Hell yeah.
and then
Fuck
we
yeah.
can get deep into that for them.
This is a perfect time to do this. A psychedelic Airbnb is in a cool country like Bolivia. That's exactly what you want to do. A cool
But I'm in
country like
Chile.
Yeah, Chile.
And
Sorry.
I would actually want to do it in the south of the country, where it is a lot like Vancouver.
Okay.
So it's
Nice.
kind of rainforesty and cooler.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. You know, I wonder if you could even like start by pairing with existing, like you have the show and you bring the show to like this spa that has a couple rooms connected to it or whatever, you know?
I'm thinking about it. Now, the
Yeah.
only difficulty I've got with that is that
Come to the
obviously
sprint,
if it's
dude.
illegal, if
Yes.
it's illegal, I don't want them to get in
Of
trouble.
course. Well, and then it becomes a spiritual ceremony, but yeah, and then it's you're right. There's things.
The
Come
most
to this-
important thing I
come to
want to
the
do
sprint.
is the spiritual thing. Yeah.
That's right. That's what I'm seeing a lot of. I was listening to a lot of talks by Christian, Islamic, and Buddhist groups that were having psychedelic groups, like the Christian Church and Judaism. They would just be like, okay, on like Mondays and Wednesdays, you know, that's when the AA people meet, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's when the mushroom people come in, and then it's just like another room in their church, and they're doing integration like mushroom ceremonies together, where they're just singing basic hymns and stuff.
One other thing that really gets me is that for most people in Catholic or Protestant churches, they have severe, I don't know,
Stuck
allergic
energy.
reactions to it. Yeah, stuck
Yeah.
energy. They want
Yeah.
nothing to do with entheogenic experiences.
Well, get ready
which
for
makes
it, because
no sense.
when people realize it's going to heal them, there's going to be an interest in it like you can't believe. The interest I saw in this conference, these 12,000, we're going to change the world with this shit, Dale. Like, it's going to change the world.
The original churches, including in Judaism, were mushroom
Mushroom
worshiping groups. Yeah, I wouldn't call them cults, but they were were
small religious groups
extremely
with holy people, usually a holy person at the center, like a mystic of some kind.
A mystic, yep. So talking about like the Desert Fathers or the
That's right.
Coptic or the Orthodox.
Shrooming and thinking of Jesus. I love it.
Yeah, and they have a much wider perspective of what Christianity means.
That's
and
right.
they're willing to take on these
Lived
entheogenic
love.
experiences because they
Yeah.
know that
It's
is how
love.
you actually pray to God.
Yeah. It's
Without
an
that
elevated
connection.
Yeah, and when God's there, like things go well, societally wise, with your community, with you find great deep meaning. I mean, yeah, man, it's.
I think the reason why it's like it is because the Catholic Church
exterminated that stuff.
They exterminated it
Got rid
because
of
now you have to go through the Pope.
7 million women and 2 million
Power.
men.
Flows.
Protect cash flows. I'm seeing a picture of the Pope with like a shirt on, like a puffy shirt on. Protect cash flows, yo.
Yeah.
I love that, Peter. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, but yes, so the other side of the thing is you could add mushrooms to a Christian community, and then what happens? Oh, people actually feel what God feels like, and love embodied in their bodies, and forgiveness of the people around them. And as long as there's just a couple of ground rules, no one can sleep with anyone. No, when you start sleeping with each other, everything goes off the rails. It's like here come the federal agents. It's like just everyone's got to keep it in their pants. That's step one for anything that happens at a church. For God's sake, then you need to get your dosage right, your supply right, and make it sure it's super pure. You got to have people that have the experience that can sit. You sit with like a Zendo. There's this great woman named Sarah in Boulder who's ran Zendo for like 10 years, and they've got that harm reduction manual. You can start with that, and you build a little support team, a little spiritual support team, and then you set a date and you shroom and sing some chants, dude. Or you have a little safe space that people can retreat to, and I like safe space retreat. I like that for shrooming.
Yeah. I like safe space and multiple settings.
Like
outside.
a kindergarten of mushrooms. Like you can like go to different places.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Stations.
I have been doing this
Stations.
long enough
Stations.
and often
Stations.
enough that sometimes I like to venture out into difficult places. simply
Like
because I
challenge
want to be
yourself a
able
little
to,
bit.
yeah, challenge myself beyond what I have been at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not there yet.
But I wouldn't recommend it for everybody.
No. I know what you're saying. I like a little edible experience out in public. I'll push up to like I am super sensitive. I'll push up to like 10 milligrams, sometimes 20, and be semi-public-y, and it's amazing. I mean, it's always responsible, making sure everything's cool and everything. But man, can you pray for people and just feel people in your heart? It is a different way to be out.
One of the times that I was out and I did that, I was in my van and I was parked in a hotel parking lot, and there were a bunch of hotels in the area, and there was a dog that was barking all night long. And because I'd been tripping all night anyway, I was awake and everything, and it's like, of course the dog is like this, right? It's been left alone. It is feeling pain, and it's trying to get that pain resolved. And it's easy enough for us to hear the dog barking and be upset about that. Come take care of your dog, when really the issue is
Interesting.
experiencing and living in that same place of pain that dog is.
Yeah.
And that's what it would be like with our neighbors, and not just dogs.
Like extended, like your beingness is more melded into the people around you. I think that's what group psychedelics promotes.
Never
that communal bonding.
Always we.
Yeah.
Well, when you trip with people like that and you in a ceremony and you sing and stuff, you care about those people. You want them to be okay. You want their kids to be okay. You want their houses to be protected. You want just goodness for them, and that's the fabric of a good little community.
Yeah.
Just praying for others and sending them good vibrations and just, being there when people have trouble. I mean, the whole borrow a cup of sugar from your neighbor thing,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like having like the thought of like good local humans that are regularly delving into altered states of consciousness, or even maybe a couple times a year. I don't know. There's so much beauty in that. Especially with people you care about.
I would agree. And the idea is to care about more people and to grow allow more people in.
Grow your effectiveness, grow your love, deepen in that transmission of love. Figure out how to teach and share wisdom and heal and guide, or there's just so many pathways in that. God, there's so many humans here. This is what we call the Vietnam simulator. If you can see this, Dale. This is this guy. This is the meat machine, and this is the coolest level of this whole game.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you win, it's like 1,500 deaths. It's Vietnam. It's Vietnam.
Yeah. If ever one day I get powerful enough that I could somehow get this game to stack the bodies.
Hack it. Maybe they'll release it. Maybe they'll open source it at the end, Peter, and then we can run our own instance and still play it through. We just have to manually, manual IP address the server. Yeah, where the bodies
don't go away.
You're just shooting into meat. It's like a meat pile. It's like a fucking meat pile. Yeah, this would be the most horrifying. You'd be puking. Like the eyeballs are all strung everywhere. War sucks. This is like sanitized as fuck.
Yeah. The bodies disappear so fast in this game.
Well, and if it's real people, they're hurting over there. I mean, empathy's real.
But it's just like this is the desensitization, to violence.
This looks like the Army 1 simulators. When the Army came out with their first-person shooter, it was very similar to like basic training, and they were like, "This fucking works," and I was like, "Oops." Like my childhood.
Now Disney's like.
But I figure it's Ender's Game. If I'm ever called to pilot a space shuttle, I'm signing up.
There you go.
Fight some alien bug race. Fuck those things.
I'll take the chopper.
Dale, Peter, have you watched Star Trek: Brave New Worlds? This new series.
No,
they have this. Yeah, you seen it?
Nope.
No.
Oh, they have this scary. In the Serenity And in Firefly, they had the Reavers, which were like the space pirate demons. Like it was like evil, but you didn't really know, but they were like really bad. They make a similar thing called the Gorn in this, and it's pure like horror. It's like bloody horror. And it's like, dude, these people are fighting like they're fighting like aliens, like from like Alien. You know, it's like it's kind of cool.
The Gorn was in the original series.
Oh god, they made it so much worse. I don't remember that stuff, but the stuff they got going on now is next level.
One of the first episodes.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah,
they're repeating a lot of cool themes in this thing.
Shit, there's a Yoda and a Luke Skywalker.
I know, this Luke Skywalker is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit.
This is bad time for this. Oh my god. They wait till the last.
Fuck yeah.
OP.
Victory! Victory!
Oh,
There's no reason we won that. There's no reason we won that. That was awesome.
And this unless we ran off, they chased us off command posts, and our team was on.
And then they didn't capture. They overshot it, and they didn't hold it. Yeah, they overshot it, and
Otherwise, yeah, that was completely dirty.
That was crazy. We were 3rd and 4th in that one, Peter. That was insane. Like they were just like
nice
rolling
job,
their
guys.
asses. Yeah, this is insane. We're really doing great. This is crazy.
3 in a row.
Feeling quite aggressive.
Feeling quite aggressive. So, if we win this one. We should switch to Fortnite.
Fuck yeah, dude! I got updated.
Hell yeah.
5 in a row and switch to Fortnite. Let's go. Hey, recognize this voice, Dale?
Which one?
Nope. Can't hear it.
Can't hear it?
Can't
Oh
hear it.
fuck! Can't hear it. Oh no, you're right. You're right. You guys can't hear any of my sound. You make sense to me. Right on. Oh, all good. All good, dude. This is what's going into that sprint for me. I need to figure out a new central nervous system of my sound universe, and I need fucking 3 of them. I need one over here on broadcast. I need one in my sound booth. And my wife and I we're playing harmoniums. Cheryl and I we're getting we're learning some kirtans. Yeah, man, it's fucking fun.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful songs to God that open the heart. Woo! With our sweet San Pedro cactuses. You know, the mescaline in San Pedro is spiritually the parent of MDMA. MDMA descends from San Pedro with your mescaline, and also from sassafras. You can get your MDMA from sassafras extraction, and also nutmeg.
Really?
You can get it out of. Yeah, I'm hanging out with these really cool cats that have this thing.
I did a thing with nutmeg before I started doing my real tripping, and it made me puke every time.
Every time. I tried some nutmeg when I was a teenager. I tried some morning glory seeds, and that made me puke, that LSA and those things. Or it could have been the poison that I ignored, the warning from the horticulturist. She looked at me in the eye and said, "You shouldn't really eat these." I'm like, "Right, I'm not going to." And then I got lazy and didn't. You're supposed to plant them, let a generation grow, collect those seeds, and then you can eat those. Or replant them. They put poison in it. Because they're like, people trip hard on these morning glory seeds, and it's like, gotta stop that.
Oh man,
it's like a lightweight lysergamide. I'm hanging out with these cats who talk about the spiritual nature of the molecules. Dale, you'd fucking love this shit. Especially with your kind of regular experience, you would really enjoy these guys and gals. They're based in Berkeley, and they teach people how to make sacred gardens. And so they grow all kinds of stuff. But I am there because of the cactuses. I am getting captivated in my environs, and they've got some really cool advice on the spiritual dimensions of captivations.
You know, I think that using a little bit of that San Pedro along with some mushrooms could produce a unique experience.
You're getting some inspiration. I can feel those vibrations, man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Nature's candy flip.
Nature's candy flip. Fuck yeah,
hey,
that's good marketing.
I used the candy flip hard.
You've done that ever since I've known you.
Yeah, actually, when I came over that one time, I candy flipped.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, that was a super fun afternoon, and we had a great time. I think we did some online. Did we do some online broadcast with? What was that?
It was it was a sacred day. I forget what day it was though. It was like shoot, what was it? It was a sacred day.
Was it an Easter?
No, it was shoot, what day was it?
were we doing a wake and bake on a Saturday?
No, you did something with dancing to the like one of the stages of the moon, and it was.
Yeah, we
And
did full moon dances.
Was that what it was?
I was doing those all that year. I was doing full moon dances.
Okay, but I knew it was some sort of a sacred day, and that you wanted to that you were at the time that you were broadcasting it.
We did some kind of I can't remember. Maybe read some Valtorta, talked about Jesus or something. I can't remember.
That sounds about right. Sounds
about right.
And then the deer came up and visited us.
The deers, that's right. Sweet deers. Dude, the Dale. I may or may not have acquired a little bit of what would you call it? A research chemical in the lysergamide regions of these netherverses. And I attended this session by Mountain Girl of Ken Kesey fame of the electric Kool-Aid acid test pranksters.
Oh yeah, I saw you were talking about her.
Dude, she gave the recipe up for electric Kool-Aid, which is 25 micrograms of LSD. That's what they were giving people, and that was like the optimal dose. It was almost like a homeopathic of LSD. Because I tripped a couple years ago, and I tripped on some. I went up to like a couple micrograms or 150 micrograms, and it was just like too much. It was just like this river of light and love, and it was beautiful. But it was like deep in the covers kind of stuff. And this was like 25 micrograms is like a lot of people microdose on 10. And so 25 was like extremely
in between,
extremely navigable, really good for meditation. I was impressed with the results. I was like, muy bueno.
I accidentally once, and this was since my visit to you. I went out to my sister's place, and I was visiting her before she died, and I was going to take a recreational dose, so probably maybe 100 micrograms, right?
There you go.
Just a little bit, a drop out of the just a standard dose for me, right? And I I got it, and it's like, man, I can't quite get it with the dropper, so I put a little bit of whiskey in there.
Yeah, man.
And I switched it around.
Oh no, you extracted it from the glass.
You know exactly what happened. So I took it and I dropped it.
You went to another world.
I took the drop, and within 5 minutes, I'm like, right? I am feeling it already.
I'm clearly going to be dying tonight.
So I went in. I had my sister. I told my sister because I said normally it's a. And she goes, you really should have done this. And I go, it wasn't supposed to work out like this, but exactly. I need somebody to make sure I don't do anything stupid. So if you could just come out and check on me, every half hour or so, that would be copacetic, right? And she spent the whole time out with me.
No, she sat for you. That's beautiful.
She sat for me, and I said, just keep telling me that everything is okay, that this will pass, and that when I get to the other side, I will be in a much better place than before I started. And I'm going to have to tell you, I went to heaven.
Beautiful, man.
And
beautiful.
I was walking the streets of heaven. I didn't see any of the angels, but I saw like these golden fractals for the streets.
Wow.
And then I got to where God was, and it wasn't so much that God was light. It was more like that if I looked upon God, that my existence would end because of all the truth coming to me, all the knowledge. And so
unfiltered.
I unfiltered, right? And God just said that he was happy that I came to visit.
Oh, that's beautiful, Dale. I love that.
That's all it was.
That's so beautiful.
And he also said that he was going to keep an eye out for me and that he was going to keep me protected.
Oh, come to
And
this
I didn't
freaking
know what that
sprint.
meant.
Let's pray. Yeah, I love that. Dude, talk more about that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then all I know is that after that, I just kept getting wave after wave. And in a lot of ways, it feels like spiritually like you're in the ocean and you're kind of drowning.
Yeah. When I
wouldn't call it a bad trip, but it was definitely intense.
When I was 16, I saw God on acid, and the blotter I was getting was probably stepped on with some strychnine, and so I was probably getting in the 40 to 50 microgram range, and that was perfect for exploration. And dude, this last time I was I made this stuff. I'm calling it electric root beer, and 25 micrograms in there, and lysergiminic awesomeness, and dude, it was the perfect meditation tool. I can't even believe it. I touched that same place that I touched when I was 16, and this is like years and years and years later. I felt so lucky to be in that room when she explained the recipe for that electric Kool-Aid. The electric Kool-Aid that started the 60s. All the cool stuff from the 60s. Anything you think of as cool as the 60s. Rock and roll. The house band at those electric Kool-Aid acid tests was Jerry Garcia. He started the Grateful Dead. Yeah, the oil explosions on the walls and all that kind of stuff. That was all started there. And they did it for educational purposes, Dale, so people could learn dancing and hearing sound and rhythm in their soul. And being in psychic telekinesis with each other, and being able to like be in sync as a group and return to that beautiful aligned state. And if you stayed up all night on the 25 micrograms and had a good time, you passed and got a little diploma. And the people that overdosed and like did 400 or 300, they all had the same symptoms. She had these funny set of jokes about it, but which basically amounted to they'd always drop their clothing and they'd run outside, and they did these things at VFWs. They just went to a VFW, served the electric Kool-Aid, fired up the Grateful Dead and the light show and the music, and then started dancing. And that was an electric Kool-Aid acid test. And anyway, people were dancing, and they would do more than they were supposed to. They created this human net. It was it was two pieces of sticks and some woven net between. And one person grabs the net on one side, the other on the other, and they go find the naked person running around in the woods, and they net them, and then another team goes out to find their clothes. And it got to be so fucking common that they had a whole routine laid out around it. Like they had a whole, this is what you do here, and this is what you do here. Oh, that was weird. Let's after action review. Yeah, exactly. And so anyway, I felt very lucky to get that recipe because my understanding of the electric Kool-Aid acid test was always like in the 350 micrograms. And so when I was taking 150 and like, one with everything but not moving an inch, I'm like, I can't do anything on this. It was nothing like it when I took when I was in high school, but this is it. It's the lower dose. There's something magical about it. I love it.
Yeah, I know that I do tend to do like the higher doses, and not just because I do it regularly. I think I have a kind of different response to it.
You make sense to me.
So 150 or it's not going to affect me like that, right?
Sense.
It's going to take like a 10 strip to get me to really feel it.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to make you some of this root beer sometime. I want to make you some of this root beer sometime. This root beer is something magical. It's like a homeopathic drop in your consciousness, and I swear to God, it does something different. It's whoa, dude, we just got co-nuked. That was awesome.
Oh, you did.
We got blasted in the next universe. You're gonna love this electric root beer. The dude core, we're thinking about getting everybody together, and this is all legal, and it might even come out of my garden. If these awesome gardeners that I met can be trusted, I think I can grow this in my garden too. Anyway, we got options.
Yeah. So one other thing too is that after we had gotten together, I had also done my first DMT trip.
Fuck yeah, dude! Tell me about that. Oh my God.
So, I was with a friend in Tennessee, and he had met Tennessee. This guy early. Yeah, he had met this guy earlier in the day, who was a DMT guide.
Yeah,
he had taken several hundred people on these DMT trips, right?
Wow.
And this was after I had just found the DMT, right?
Wow.
I mean, literally, I found it. My
It
buddy
was
got
synchronous.
back. It was very synchronous, right?
Yeah.
And
I hear you.
so I met the guy, and I could feel the great vibrations coming out of him.
Wow, that's awesome. So it was having a
Right?
positive impact on his life. Fruit on that tree.
Yeah. So what we decided was that my buddy,
Yes.
he was going to go in one room and meditate and listen to music, while I was in the other room doing the DMT trip,
Nice.
and then we would do him. So um, I told him, hey, I take acid regularly. I usually have to take a little bit more.
Oh my god, I know where this is going.
Yeah. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't.
Okay.
And what I'll do is
Skywalker.
there's kind of a backstory to all of this as well that I want to get to after I'm done explaining what happened. So we get it, we light it up,
Yes.
and I smoke it, and it goes in, and I get a nice little buzz.
Yeah, man.
I get a nice little buzz, and I asked him, "Hey, when's it supposed to kick in?" And he goes, "It should have kicked in. So you're not really feeling anything?" And I go, "I'm here talking to you just fine."
Holy
And
smokes.
he
A
goes,
challenge
"Well,"
presents itself to him.
yeah. So he goes, "Well, you're out, but I do have a little stash of my own. So what we'll do is we'll put about 2.5 times
Huh.
what you had, because I was like 1.5."
Okay.
So he put 2.5, and we're listening to Bass Nectar in the background too, right?
Fuck yeah, you are.
Just some great music,
switch?
and I'm
Fuck
sitting
yeah.
in this.
Some of my
we're
favorite songs
sitting
in
in
this universe are Bass Nectar songs, dude.
Oh yeah, so I'm listening to Bass Nectar, and I'm sitting in this sitting in a chair, a nice comfortable chair, and I smoke it, and the next thing I do, I mean, it's almost immediate. I go, "Oh my god, oh my god," and you know the sound when Neo drops out of the Matrix?
Yep.
I got that sound, and I was gone. I
Gone.
mean, like on the tip of a rocket taking off for Alpha Ceti 4, right? I mean, just gone.
How's the view? How's the view at that altitude?
It was black, and
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, Paul, you switched to
and-
Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
right.
what happened next was that I was out. I
Out.
went to the origin.
Oh yeah, you did.
I
What?
mean the beginning, the origin, the
Wow.
first. And I'm there, and it's like
Wow.
it's like it's not nothingness, but it's also not somethingness,
Yeah.
right? And so then obviously the next thing I remember is them talking to me. Dale, are you there? Dale, can you hear me? Are you okay, Dale? Can you hear me? And I wake up on the floor with my buddy and the guide looking at me like terrified.
Because you were
And
gone.
I go, I'm really good. I'm really good. And they go, man, you really scared us there. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah. He said, you smoked it, and you said, oh my God. And then the next thing you started doing was you were convulsing.
Yep. I've heard this.
He said that he's never had anybody convulse on him. So I was convulsing and shaking really, really extremely, so much so that I fell on the floor.
Yeah. I've heard this.
And,
I've heard this. I'm sure that's exactly what I would have. That's the experience I would have. You have to hold people down, and you have to know that that's what they're doing. And the more that they're shaking, it's usually the further out they're going. It's like a little the tether of the soul to the body is like is strong. It's strong.
I think
you know?
I think that's a really good point, because soon
I clicked the wrong
after
one.
after I stopped convulsing, I stopped breathing.
Okay,
Oh,
that's important
shit.
to not do.
And at that point, he was really concerned because I just didn't breathe
Wow.
for a couple of minutes. He said I wasn't
Interesting.
breathing, and and then
Wow, dude.
eventually I came to, and
God.
he told me
Wow.
this,
You're
and I said,
terrifying this poor guy.
and, yeah, and well, and so he goes, "Are you sure you're okay?" And I go, "I'm a little thirsty." So I went and I got some water, and I we went back, and I go, "Hey, let's go ahead and take care of my buddy." And he goes, "You're sure you're okay?" And I go, "I have never felt better in my entire life."
I love this. I love this.
Right? And so we went and we did my buddy, and he actually ran into the elves.
Okay.
You know,
Nice.
and so what they did was they gave him colored blocks, and they told him to place them in these cubicles.
Uh-huh.
And what they were doing was allowing him to program himself.
Program himself.
And he said he didn't know what that meant, but he took the colors and put them in a way that was appealing to him.
Mm.
And then he came back.
Wow.
And that was
Wow.
that.
Wow. That's
interesting.
remarkable. Dude, DMT is
Yeah.
legal in Colorado. It is one of the 5 chemicals that has been legalized along with mescaline, but not the peyote cactus, but mescaline, ketamine, psilocybin, and ibogaine. And
Okay.
this can all be given away here for free. And so there's a lot of people coming in, and they're starting a lot of communities that's exactly what they do. And the DMT stuff is very interesting to me because I heard Andrew Weil talk about. He suggested that people combine 5-MeO, which is ego destroying and you know turns you into the one with the nothingness, and the NN-DMT, which is the visual light based one, and that those 2 combos together would be really a good idea. He's telling 4,500 therapists this, and I'm sitting there, and like
How
within
long do
about
those trips last?
well, those DMT trips, I imagine it's 30 minutes up and back, right? I mean, really, like
So I forgot to mention that mine took about 45 to 50 minutes.
wow, man, that's interesting. That's extremely interesting. The
Very long.
very long. Um, what's the okay, so I pretty much had not I was thinking I was not going to be doing DMT this lifetime. I was pretty much going to pop my cherry on my deathbed, right? And then I hear Andrew Weil, this entire conference, all these psychedelic luminaries, they're all
Andrew
coming out
Weil.
of.
Yeah.
Andrew Weil is a doctor who trains doctors, and
Mm-hmm.
he was there when Timothy Leary was doing his LSD experiments in the
Mm-hmm.
60s. And let me see here. I cannot get out of this. Like, what is going on? They want me to be a part of their situation. I don't want to be a part of their situation. All right, I'm joining your lobby. Invite to party. I'm inviting you to my party. You are in my party. And now we will fill. No, we're not going to fill. What are we doing? Pardon me here, Peter. Team Rumble. Let me select our. Do we have to select a mode? The fuck.
When you get done describing what you're talking about, I want to fill in the backstory to all that,
Oh my
which
God!
is
Please,
also
please,
extremely
fill in the
fascinating.
backstory. Fill in the backstory.
Okay, so this is going to go quite a ways back to when I was a teenager. So around 11 or 11, I think, my mother found a house in a town. We were in a little farming community in Indiana, just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and she found a house in a nice town. She had just finished up her master's work and was starting to do um, some professional work, right? She
Yes.
just gotten her first job, right? So she wasn't, single mom, 3 kids, unemployed, but was going to college, just found work, and was getting off of welfare and all that, right? And so she found this really nice house,
Hey Seth,
4 bedrooms, a
Yes.
lot of square footage,
I'm gonna put you
back porch,
in
front
here.
porch, full basement, and it was
Now let's
just
go.
an incredibly great price, just a
Huh.
strangely great price,
Huh.
right? So yeah, that's we were thinking, yeah, huh? And during this time, she was dating my who I consider now as to be my dad, because he came and he fulfilled that role for us.
Yes, of course.
Um, so,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
hey, somebody else is
Yeah.
there.
This is Sir Blaster.
This is Seth,
Hello, Sir Blaster.
my little brother. He's playing Fortnite with us.
Dude, I love this. I am ready. I just want to say that I am ready, and I am 2 years away from being 50. I am ready. I am ready. I feel like,
Okay.
dude, this is what psychedelics are good for, Dale. Neuroplasticity. You got to pour it into something. You can just like learn new things. Like,
Yeah,
like
this
I'm
right here,
such new
this
thing
right
for
here,
me.
what I'm
All this.
talking is none of the this is more of a spiritual nature, right?
Yes, of course. Yes.
And it's actually something of a terrible thing, actually. Um, so we move into the house, right? And obviously, I'm moving into what is it that teenagers go through in the change? That's called adolescence. It's called
Adolescence.
puberty. Yeah,
Puberty,
puberty.
yeah.
I'm going through puberty, right? And we start having like odd things happening in the house. And the biggest thing, or the first thing that we noticed was I would be in my room doing homework, and I would hear my bedroom was right next to the stairs, and I would hear it sounded like a small person walking up the stairs.
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
Holy
and I would go
smokes.
out and look, and there's nobody there, right? And that would happen, fairly regularly, but um, not every day, right?
Right.
We also had a basement, and that was at the time the only place where we had a shower was down in the basement because of it being such an old house. So the thing is, though, is that we all felt dread using that shower. Nobody wanted to go down there at nighttime to take a shower. We just wouldn't do it, right? So
Yeah.
My language on the stream or anything?
I don't know how I would go on.
I want Seth to be louder.
About a year or so after we had been there, a woman that was a historian at Ball State University, which my mom was also doing her started doing her PhD work at, came in, and my mom recognized her because they both had graduate offices in the same building. And she goes, "Well, yeah, so you live in kind of a famous house." And she's like, "Wait, what?" And back in, I forget what year it was, early 1900s, a little girl went missing, and her name was Catherine Winters. And this is something
What?
that you can Google, right?
Whoa.
So a little girl named Catherine Winters went missing one day. And
Wow.
she talked about it with my mom and everything that went on with all that, explained, there were gypsies going through town. It was a day off because there was a measles epidemic, so nobody was at school.
Whoa.
Catherine was out selling buttons for church, so that I forget what it was for the church, but she was selling something for the church, and she went by her father's office and was not seen too much longer after that. So that was one of the reasons why the father was like the number one suspect for a long time.
Wow.
Anyway, so the gypsies were also suspects.
Yeah.
She had an older brother and a stepmom, and there was a boarder in the house, so he rented one of the rooms. Yeah. Also, it was a year that there was a lot of rain, so at the time there was a creek that ran behind the house, which now is all buried and everything, right? But anyway, at the time there was a creek, and it was flooded, right? So it would have been very easy for someone to have fallen in and drowned, right? Especially a little kid.
Yeah, totally.
So they were concerned about that. Anyway, so as I'm getting closer and closer to 13 and 14, these things all start just getting worse, right?
Because your energy is opening and your psychic centers are opening and you're more sensitive when you're going through a transition like that. and it happens to lots of people. Please
Yeah,
continue, good
yeah.
sir. Continue.
So that was when things started getting really rough psychologically for me, right? So I was suicidal. Um, I was a loner, except for a really good friend, right? Just just it went on for years, and when I turned 15, um, things started getting better. So I think it was because I had passed through all that, right? Those things were getting better.
Hmm.
I wasn't suicidal any longer. I was starting to build up um, some good friendships,
Yep.
and
There you go.
all these supernatural things that were happening.
Yeah,
My
yeah, yeah.
mom, my mom would see visions
Yeah, man.
of things, right?
Yeah.
Of Catherine, of her stepmother, and one time, towards the very end, when everything stopped happening, um, she had a vision that. So my mom's room was the room that Catherine's parents were in, and so what happened? She saw a vision where Catherine heard noise and went into her parents' bedroom,
Hmm.
where she caught the boarder and her stepmother in
Oh
a
no.
compromising position.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, and so the boarder got out of the bed and told her, I think he said, shut up, or you're not going to
Huh.
say anything. And
Right.
then he's walking towards her, and she said that Catherine mumbled something, and she didn't know what it was, and he backhanded her,
Huh.
and she hit the wall opposite the door, and the door is right next to the stair as well, right? So she hit the wall behind her and fell down the stairs
On me.
where she had died.
No.
And then she said the next scene in the vision was that um, he was cutting up her body
Oh my God.
into pieces,
Whoa.
and her blood was running down a drain in the
Dear,
basement.
dear God.
And that was the drain that was where the shower was.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
So all of that cleared up. Um, all the really severe stuff really cleared up after that.
Wow.
Another thing that is kind of interesting about this too, on the spiritual side, is that one of the later owners was also renting the rooms, and they had a gardener, and he lived in my room,
Huh.
and he hanged himself in my closet.
Wow. Dude,
So
so
I'm
you're sensitive to these spirits that are out of their bodies and still interacting with the living here.
I think that it was actually other kinds of spirit, non-human spirits, and I think
Sure.
the one that I think that there was one that was in my room and had attached it to itself to me as a parasite,
Yeah.
and it wasn't so much evil as it was just chaotic. And for a long time in my life, I had experienced a great deal of chaos. Still very successful in my life, but a lot of chaos. And I'm going to have to say that when I did the DMT trip,
Yeah.
I think what happened, because I haven't had any chaos since that trip.
Wow. So it was like a bit of a depossession.
I think it was a depossession. I think it was an exorcism.
Yeah, totally.
I think
Big time.
I think what happened was
Wow.
that
It separated your
it was
spirit from
holy.
that spirit.
Yes, I think that I literally did die, and I went
Yes.
to the beginning because that was the only thing to convince it to detach itself from me.
Wow, because it couldn't follow you there, or it was the end of it. If it the reason why things resist the light like that is because they've been told all kinds of bunk
No,
about
this
it.
is dark.
Dark. Okay, so it's like an evil thing.
No, no, that when I went back to the beginning, it
Oh,
was
oh, oh,
dark.
the beginning. I see what you're saying. You're dark. Sorry, I'm getting
Yeah.
confused. No, no, but dude, what a beautiful story. I mean, what a challenging story too. But like that really speaks to the therapy of DMT, and that's within 30 minutes of hearing that Andrew Weil, not a sermon, but it was kind of like whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Coming around.
Oh man, I got rolled. I totally got rolled. I'm gonna pop like a pinata. Pinata time. Oh, these guys are taking my shit. Here they come. I'm in my little rafty. I'm in my rafty. I'm rafty. Here's my rafty. I'm out here in this water. Kill these fucks, please. Dude, I love this conversation we're having, Till. This is insane. Hi, what's up? We're in our rafties. I'm in my rafty with you. What's up with you? You're a rafty. These guys are recharging over here. They're recharging. I'm looking if they're right here. They're gonna recoup and they're gonna murder my ass. I'm gonna sneak away. Fuck. I'm almost dead. 10, 9, 8. I shouldn't die in this deep water. I'm dying in this deep water. You guys are never gonna find my shit.
Damn it.
It went down the river. Were you guys dead?
I just died right in front of you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Trying to save me.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize that they were healing, or I would have came down there sooner.
No problem. It's all nonsense. It's just all imaginary nonsense. Look at these dreams, Dale.
Yeah.
These dreams fighting each other. It's insane. It's like they're like I'm spraying health on my face. It's a form of light. Okay, so So your experience speaks to the therapeutic nature of DMT. Within 30 minutes of hearing this Andrew Weil sermon, where he was emphasizing that psychedelic therapists should really try DMT because it really taught them what it really was, and this was after a giant conversation he gave around, well, this is what psilocybin does, and this is what it can help you with, and this is what MDMA does, and it can help you with, and this is what the lysergamides can do, and this is how they help you, and he was laying it all out, and then he's like, but then there's DMT. And DMT is the special one. And it's and he was recommending this combination that he had not tried. He was a fan of pharmawaska, which is harmaline and DMT. And that's it's not the plants themselves, but he thought that was a very powerful therapeutic and had a lot of potential. And then and so this kind of opens the crack of my heart just a little bit to being like, oh, maybe I would experiment with DMT or something. I don't know. It was a hard no before, but within that 30 minutes, I met this guy, and he was a vet who was in bed and couldn't get out of bed, and he started doing daily DMT, and by doing daily DMT, he completely reversed his PTSD and felt great, and it was like a therapy for him. And it was like almost like a daily thing. And I was like, wow, I just had never heard of that dosing pattern before. And with those kinds of results, and this was a very fit, mentally strong, reasonable guy who seemed pretty cool. He was running a mushroom company with his wife, and they were there as vendors. And it was a very cool experience because he was also talking about doing combining the DMTs, and I was like, I can't even believe I'm hearing this so quickly. But anyway, brother, I'm glad you came back to our reality. I learned shamanism from a woman named Sandra Ingerman, and at one of her first experiences as a teacher, this one guy left his body and did not come back, and her teacher, Michael Harner, put her in charge of going and finding him. And she went on this shamanic journey and found him and carried his spirit, blew it back into the top of his head, back into his body. She did this, and she ended up marrying that guy. And wow. But it was like a soul retrieval when he had gotten lost. And this was just using a drum beat. I don't think this was using any drugs. In fact, I know it was no drugs. This was just drum beat.
That I can believe.
Yeah. But it was a very powerful experience.
You've seen me in my ecstatic states.
Yeah,
when
man.
I dance.
Yeah, you're in another world. This is why I like dancing with you. You got a shamanic dance, and it's a transmitting consciousness, but also tuning into a different frequency. In my parlance, you're like tuning your Merkaba or your light body to other worlds, and I know when I do that, I try to be helpful to the people around me and pray for them, and I just see incredibly positive things coming from your dancing, dude.
For me, it's not so much that I do anything actively. I just open up and let it out. And it does its own thing.
Nice. But you're animated with the spirit, was how some Christians would say that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly the way that I'd say it.
Yeah,
I'm animated
totally.
with the spirit, and
Yes.
they can come by and they can partake of it. It's like
Y-
it's like a fruit that's given freely, and it doesn't take from me because it's not
Yeah.
coming from me. It's
Yeah.
coming through me.
Yeah, this is the Holy Spirit. This is very much like very much a Holy Spirit and a transmission of energy, and that's the basis for healing in a lot of cultures. That dances that go all night that raise that energy and make it something that everybody is seeking and to cultivate and to generate and transmit and play with and move back and forth with each other. And yeah, the best
Which
dances
is
I've ever been
also
at. That's very hot.
which is also very different from those people that had those dancing frenzies. You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about?
I know what you're
Where they
talking about.
dance themselves to death.
Well, and that's a lot. Some people think that was ergot poisoning, Saint Elmo's fire.
Really?
Yeah, that was like the ergot poisoning looks just like that and has similar side effects along with the hallucinations and such. Yeah, that's a non-refined kind of ergamide that's a poison, but it causes a similar kinds of hallucinations with a lot of neurological pain. And that's where the dancing comes from, trying to get that pain out. I've read.
Interesting.
I've not experienced.
Interesting.
Totally.
I know that I don't feel pain when I'm dancing.
Say it again.
Also, I don't feel pain, and my level of fatigue
Yeah.
goes down significantly.
I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. I love to journey when I'm dancing. I love to heal and pray for people when I'm dancing. I love to I like to get into a very high ecstatic state and then just stay there for hours. And it is the best state. It's the best state. I feel like I can
It is.
pray and be with God, and I know that when I'm dancing and I'm close to God, people can feel it, and I feel like that's an amazing way of praying for others and sharing some of the awesomeness I'm feeling in my
Got
soul
people coming on
with
both
others.
sides.
Okay, we're fucked. Absolutely fucked.
Come pull down towards me, Paul. Just come towards me.
Okay, I hope I'm going in the right direction. All right, great. I ran up there and grabbed some shit. Now they want their tax.
Damn it! I got unloaded on me. Good job, Paul. Good
Ah,
job.
fuck. I'm glad we died though. They had some cool guns. Nice. We should stick together.
Yeah,
should
we
stick
got
together
a little
more.
spread out, and
We got a
then
little spread
hit by
out.
2 teams.
Absolute all. Dude, I love this conversation, Dale. Yeah, Garrett and I are making sound studios, and we're trying to make dance music. That's my goal, is to make awesome dance music. Garrett's like right there too, and I want to be able to make exactly what you just described. Big 30, 40-minute transitional, but like hardcore techno, like really good trancey stuff. I've gone to so many
Mhm.
shows, and they get trancey, but then they abort. You know, they get trancy, but then they turn they feel the call to play another record or something. And I was like, dude,
Mhm.
I just want to stay in that sweet spot for like half an hour.
So there's one thing that I want to add to that story, and
Yeah,
that is a year ago, a
yeah,
little over a year ago, my friend, um, he, my friend, the DMT guide,
yeah.
he,
Yep, I'm with
I
you.
can't say that I know if he did it intentionally or if it was
Yeah.
accidental
Hmm.
or he just wasn't being careful with the substances he was using,
Oh no.
but he died from a drug overdose.
From a what overdose?
A drug overdose.
Oh my God, what was it that got him?
It was fentanyl.
Yeah, you can't take it off the street. That's why it's got to be medically pure. It's got to be from a lab. You know, it's got to be something that's really excited for about this
I,
laboratory MDMA that's coming out.
yeah, so his wife had a glioblastoma and she died just recently as well. But she died
Wow.
from the cancer. And now the thing that I'm wondering is if he took on that chaotic, parasitic spiritual creature
Interesting.
when I was out. And I think that there's a good chance that he did.
Well, maybe, and also it sounds like you were pretty close to source there. So if someone was going to jump off the train and enter into eternity, sounds like they could have exited the vehicle.
Yeah. On the other hand, it also feels like um, sort of like that was his fate.
I hear you.
One
Yeah.
of the things out of all that too was that when he did die like that, he did get a very large insurance payout,
Oh, interesting.
and his wife did not get stuck with huge medical bills
Oh, that's
while she
good.
was going through the death process.
Well, that's a blessing. I fucked this
It's
up,
not a
Peter.
blessing to lose the friend though.
No, not at all. No. But
The last contact I had with him was the day that he died.
yeah.
He was asking how I was doing,
Yeah.
and I was the String of Pearls Lakes on the
Uh-huh.
backside of Mount Evans. That was my first hike up on
Mount
a
Evans.
14K.
Dude, that's right where I live.
Yeah,
14.
it was on the. So I was hiking up that trail up the where the lakes are on the
Okay.
backside of it. You know, the
All right.
road's on the one side, and then on the other side is where the trails are.
Okay. Yes, I've got a story to tell you about the Mount Evans trails. Remind me.
That was a 28-mile trail, by the way. 28
Yeah.
round trip.
Yeah, that's a special place. That's a special part of the world. What happened there?
That's where he texted me. I had no signal. I got his text asking me. I sent him a picture of the lakes, and it was just
Uh-huh.
absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Interessant. Well, we
And
can.
so that was the last
I'll pray for
text that
this
we
sweet
had.
man. When was this? When was this? How long ago?
It was
Let's
just
pray.
under a year ago. It was in
Well, you can
August.
always pray for people, and that's pretty recent. I would love to pray for this human and for all of his relations. I will keep them in my prayers. And um, um, dude, this is so much spirit. That's the thing about DMT being in our world is it's causing people to have these direct spiritual experiences of death, of birth, of so much, of so many different kinds of things that
Hmm.
that it's a really it forces an answer to the question of what was that, you know? And that's not nothing. And for a lot of people, it's way more than they got in church, and it's way more than they got from their parents or anything like that. And so it's
Way
very,
more.
way more. It's very interesting. How that's Joe Rogan. Oh shit! I'm out here in the middle of nowhere getting shot by people. I'm running. Joe Rogan was talking about how you change the world, and he's like, listen, you just have kids are growing up in a
Keep
world
coming up
now
here
with
with
the internet where DMT
towards
is
the
like
colony.
natural and available and they can find decent guidance and stuff through their
Oh,
online network or whatever.
hell yeah.
What are we doing here, kids? I'm with you.
I got a ray gun.
A ray gun. I got a
This
nice
thing is
multi-repeater
sick.
thing.
Look at this thing.
It's like some kind of this is a themed gun for this area. Cool. So we need to shoot someone around here. There's someone to shoot.
There's somebody.
There's somebody around here to shoot. Let's
There,
try out the ray gun on them,
where'd they
dude.
go? Where'd they go?
Where the fuck are they? They're up here? Where
Oh,
are
up
they?
there.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
Told ya. Look at that bitch. Wait a second. What the fuck? Where did it go? Did it blow up? Oh, no. What the fuck?
No, you dropped it.
I tried to reload it.
Dude, I'm just gonna snag a bunch of ammo here, guys. Sorry for hoarding. I can't figure out this menu system. Here, grab it from me if you need it here. All right, look at all these psychedelic plants around here. They're all glowing in the dark. Look like they're from the moon. You fucked with the wrong cadre of humans over here. I'll say that. I will say that.
You guys are doing good.
We're fucking mopping these people up. I don't know what we're
Look
doing,
out
but
for
we're
these
doing it well.
flies.
The fuck? He's like,
flies
your brother's
attack
blowing the
you.
fuck out of these trees. That's amazing. Is Seth on this channel? Can we hear him?
We can hear him, I think. He can't hear. Actually, he disconnected. We could hear him, but he couldn't hear us because
Oh, it sucks.
our sound's going into.
Yep, we have to make changes for that to work better.
Right.
This is why I need that new central nervous system for this thing. I'd be able to click, click. Okay, now we're in this mode. Click, click. Now we're in this mode. And it's all routed properly, rather than it being like, what the fuck is broken? It's all broken all the time, all the time.
Probably stay down in here. It's pretty good down in here.
Where are you? You're down on the side of
I'm
the.
up on top.
Okay, I'm at a very high place and I got a great gun. I'm just gonna stay put for a little bit. Where are you guys? Where are you guys?
Coming down here, back.
You came down?
Continue looting.
All right, I am up, and I am scouting. I can see forever up here. I can see forever. Yeah. So I had this inspiration after I met this guy, Dale, and I thought I had it all came at once. I saw the whole thing at once, and then
Somebody's
it took me.
firing from down below right there by you. Did you see
Me?
that?
I did not see that. Sorry.
Somewhere down there. There he is.
Down.
Over there to your right a little.
Right. Yeah, that's
No,
Sir
not him.
Wilcott. That's us. Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
Someone else.
he was. Yeah, where did he go? Is that
Hey, there's
him?
a truck over
Yeah.
there. That truck looks like
Oh
awesome,
wait, that's
guys.
your.
Those are my those are the Brosifs.
Oh, that's his brother. Okay.
Yeah, that's his brother. Yeah, that's our team. Okay, I'm gonna come
Check
down
this.
here. I'm gonna come around where you guys are. We're in some kind of Swiss Family Robinson situation with all of this. Where's that? Where are you guys? Fuck, I'm lost. I'm turning around.
I'm on the vine. We
Okay,
rode
okay.
this vine over here.
You're right. There was a truck over there I wanted to grab. Hold on a sec. Oh, look at these cool telescopes. Okay. So Dale, I saw this flash.
Oh,
It was like this technology flash, and I saw the whole thing at once. And it was I can't believe I found this truck. I'm becoming a grown-up in Fortnite that I could find this truck. Okay, radio off as we're talking. All right, get in this truck, man. I think I got a horn here somehow. Where's my horn? Here it is.
You see me?
There he comes.
There's Sir Blaster. Yeah, you're in, and now Sir Blaster's almost in. We got everybody in this fucker? Let's go. Where are we headed?
Did you make it?
I don't know. We're like literally breaking this little village.
Oh, look, hang on. There's a crazy chest up here.
Fuck. This truck does not belong on this island.
Yeah.
There's a
Found
giant
legendary
animal.
chest.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna stay in this car because I like it in here.
Oh, this is explosive repeater rifle.
Dude,
There
I don't have
we go.
any. I don't have
Some
any shields.
Sir
Do you guys
Blaster?
have-
No.
Do you have any shield situations going on?
You're right. We should find some shields.
I don't have any shields either. I need to hunt a little more. Submachine gun, sure.
Yeah, we're getting a little excited.
Getting a little excited. We're camping on the chests here. We're probably gonna draw some fire. Havoc pump shotgun. Gonna replace whatever the hell this is. Okay, so Dale. So I saw this flash. Sorry, I'm taking so long to tell you the story. And okay, so here's what I saw. If you were going to take DMT every day, you could have a podcast called JRE DMT. And it would be based on this. I mean, it reminds me of this story that Joe Rogan told on one of his friends' podcasts, where he was like, you know how you change the world? You raise a new generation. That's how it's always happened. And okay, I got contact over here, and I got no shield, so I'm going to run away from those guys. But St. Augustine said it in like the 300s. He said, give me a child young, like, you know, before the age of 5 or something like that, and I will give you a Catholic for life. And it's the same kind of basic concept that you that if you give someone an idea early enough, it's a natural idea to them. And so kids are growing up with the natural idea that DMT is like totally cool and a good idea. He goes, it just takes a few years, and then that becomes the new norm. And this other stuff is the weird stuff. When I say weird stuff, what do I mean? I mean the other stuff. That's how you phase out prejudices, is generationally. Right. And I think he's right. You know,
I think so too.
Yeah, like that's very much my experience, where it's such a taboo. It's death, it's rebirth, all this stuff. But there's kids growing up with this. It's like, how, what, why, what? Okay, I got a grapple gun, which is kind of cool, and I got a bunch of these little repeaters.
Several of my friends were talking about my experience and saying, "Oh yeah, DMT, you always go through the death and the rebirth of some sort." Sounds like I actually went through an actual death and rebirth.
Where'd you find those guys, Peter? Oh, there, I see them. I got something. I'm covering you, Peter. Where'd that car go? We lost that car. It's like a weird trip, right? We lost the car. Anyway, in this
Dude, where's my
okay,
car?
so JRE DMT. What it is it's a mono pole. On top of it, it has a 360 camera. So you play this whole thing back in VR, and then it has 4 cameras underneath it. Each of them take up a quarter of a 360-degree angle. So what you have is 4 elves. You have the red elf, the blue elf, the green elf, and the red, blue, green, yellow. Call it.
Yellow.
And but you could improvise on that. And each person is sitting facing the other people, so they're all staring at each other's eyes, and they wear a headset, and they do a podcast. And somehow, I can't remember how I worked it out, but it was like, for each episode of this podcast, you would both watch a Joe Rogan Experience podcast and smoke DMT, and then you would discuss it. You wouldn't necessarily smoke DMT on the podcast, but you would have the thing. Anyway, I thought this was a crazy experiment.
Ray gun?
Yeah, I want a ray gun.
Ping it, Seth.
Oh, ray gun. Oh, they're shooting at us. Dude, thank you for the ray gun. Bender. It's a Bender ray gun. It's got infinite ammo. This is the best gun ever. Okay, where are we headed, Seth? What are we doing? Nice. Okay, and bad people. Oh, I don't like this as much.
Yeah,
I like my
used to
repeater. I like my repeater. My repeater's rock solid in the Lord. It's not this floozy. It's not this flimsy shit. Who's shooting at us? Who's shooting at us? God dang it! Where's the contact? Where's the contact?
Oh, man.
Ah, dude, those psychedelic crazy tall plants confused the heck out of me. I was like, I couldn't see what was going on. I was deoriented. I was not correctly oriented. We were up in a high place. How did we get in a low place?
There was just a higher place.
We should have been in a higher place, yo. But anyway,
We should have been in a higher place.
we should have been in a higher place, yo.
Come on.
Okay, that road, that was similar to what you were talking about. I had a student one time who was a really good student. He was learning everything I was teaching him, plus more. Stuff I wasn't teaching him, he was pulling out of the ethers. And anyway, he was this cool kid. And he had this experience where he went to Mount Evans, because I was telling him about Mount Evans, and I had a telescope in my classroom that you could see Mount Evans from. And I explained what Mount Evans was, and we were talking about optics and refraction and the history of the telescope and what it enabled, the sight it created, for humanity to be able to see another heavenly body with your own eye. And he decided to do a spiritual hike of Mount Evans, probably very similar to what you just did. And he went out there, and it was the afternoon, and it was beautiful. And he went up the mountain, and he met this girl who ended up being his girlfriend, and she was more sprite than human. I met her once. I can't remember her name, but she was more like an energy than a person in a certain way. I wasn't even sure he met a human. I was like, did you meet a spirit, dude? Yeah, totally. And so anyway, as he's going up this mountain, he meets this girl. Then a snowstorm descends.
Are
and
those zombies?
These guys almost die. Probably. There's all kinds of crazy stuff inside of here. I got us marked on the map there, gentlemen. If that's a good place to go. But they went up on this. They were on Mount Evans, and they almost died because it was so cold. And at the height of their discomfort, when they thought all was lost, this giant, perfect, huge truck comes out of nowhere, filled with these guys. They weren't even convinced they were human. They thought they were angels. And they were filming a truck commercial, and these guys just randomly decided to go up the mountain, and they threw him in the truck. They took him down to a craft services booth and fed them. And so they were basically rescued from this mountain by these people who were shooting this commercial, and had this incredible. They saved their lives basically, and they met each other all on the same day. Isn't that nuts?
That is.
Yeah, very similar though. That mountain is very special. I've seen Evergreen, Colorado go into storybook mode where it's obvious that you're entering into another dimension. It's obvious that you are in a place that it's part human, but it's part something else. There's something else supernatural, beautiful, possibly angelic that's like living with you. It's more than a place.
Dude, that's one of the reasons why when I was out in Denver, I did most of my tripping out there on the Three Sisters.
Oh, it's beautiful. I see Three Sisters every day when I wake up. Every time I'm outside, I see Three Sisters. It's a beautiful place.
I go out there. I would go up there. I would do a little bit of rock climbing.
Dude, you're always welcome
tripping
to
a
hang
little
out.
bit.
You're always welcome to hang out, Dale. If you're ever,
I tried to. I contacted you, and you wouldn't go out with me any of those times.
You're
I
probably
know.
right. Yeah, I gotta synchronize. My life gets complicated. It's true. Sometimes I'm a pain in the ass. I'm a bummer. That's true. It's all
That's
true.
okay.
I try to, but if I had my way, we'd be doing dancing every weekend.
Right?
Every weekend. We'd be making our own music.
Just so you
That's the
know,
way to do it.
when I was in Denver, I was dancing 3-4 nights a week. Just so you know.
Yeah, I know. I had to ignore your behavior because I was like, this is the best shit ever.
I want to go do this. Wait, these are Dale's friends. Let's go with Dale.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. No, it would be a bucket list item to get a regular dance troupe together in my local neighborhood and just dancing. Woo! Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. I'm down. Sorry. I'm also
the only downside to Chili is that really right now the only regular music I've got is every week we've got like a.
Those are some good ass guns.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm ready. Let's go back into the Matrix.
We've got our goth music. That's all I got.
Dude, that's awesome. I think
very rarely do I get any EDM.
Oh, well, we can fix this. We need this is why you got to bring your own party.
Yeah, so I want to learn how to DJ so I can do some techno and some house.
Yes, you can. Fuck yeah, you can.
Yep.
Join this sprint, dude, and let's not do DJing this time. Let's get you a job, but then the next one, let's get you DJing. You'd be a great DJ. Dancers make great DJs because they go for the tracks that fucking move the body. It's not cerebral so much. It's the best. Peter, say something. I can't hear you. Peter, I can't hear you.
Oh, we can't hear you.
I'm
cut out that bullshit.
There you go. Now I can hear you.
I must have been talking to Seth. Ended up with my second mute on. Sorry.
No worries. You're good. I was like, Peter's being very quiet.
Yeah, I have been kind of quiet, but no, yeah, second mute for sure.
I love it. There's going to be a renaissance here in Colorado, Dale and Peter. It's going to be like, it's going to be a lot of therapy, a lot of healing, a lot of cults, a lot of little groups that are like, we take mushrooms and bang, and it's like, dude, got to stay away from the sex with strangers.
Yeah. You know, that's actually one of my few rules.
That's a good rule. That rule will serve you well.
No meeting up with girls while I'm tripping. No girls while I'm out dancing.
There you go. It's nice to keep that. It's nice to keep that purity because you're kind of an archetype when you're dancing. You know, you're part of a community and it excites people in a way that they don't know how to understand, like what it is. You know, it's like that when that energy moves through them. They're not themselves.
And all they see is that I'm dancing. I'm not there with ulterior motives.
Yeah, that's right, and that's trust, and it's a huge turn on for a lady to be like, trust. And when you're in motion like that, you can trust that person's being honest because their body's energy is expressing something that is very pure and it untainted in a certain way. It can be, and
it's a visible flow pattern that makes sense.
Women sense that, and it checks a box in a certain way. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah, it does.
Well, and that's why it's really fun to dance when you get other people who also maintain that boundary where it's not sexual for them, but that energy is flowing and moving, etc., etc. It is nice what people can co-create. It is very beautiful. This place is packed with people, dude. There's people every fucking where here. There's like 100 people down there.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go. I'm landing in the back lot over here. I'm gonna try to figure out some pattern where I survive. Because there's like the crowd over there.
You start with a big wrench.
Okay, I got a gun.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you have a giant ass wrench, and you can whack things. Although you don't really need to whack them in this model. I'm banging on Slurpee cans, and that's how you get the fucking. I'm getting shot at. Where the fuck am I getting shot at from?
It might be me shooting.
Okay, that's cool. All good. There's a giant mushroom shield.
Mushroom.
I'm gonna eat this giant mushroom. I'm gonna eat this giant mushroom. I'm gonna eat this giant mushroom. I'm gonna eat this giant mushroom. Nice. Dude, but it's going to be very interesting here in the next few years, Dale, and there's going to be a lot of crazy cool stuff happening. I really hope there's excellent music that lands with all this stuff. I've met some cool kids at this psychedelic conference that had
just so you know, I had another
beats.
producer DJ friend. He likes house. He just moved out there.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
I want to support
so
some people that
stupid.
make excellent music on the regular.
Hey guys, you want to
Come get your shit? Fuck yeah, I do. Hold on. I got one cheesy gun. One cheesy gun. Oh shit, there's a person here.
Uh-oh.
Fucking hell. God
Then
dang
you
it, I'm
got
down.
that.
Dang it. I'm not very good at this game. Alright.
exit?
Woo! Keep going. Let's keep going. We're learning. We're learning. We're learning. Alright.
Go get him, Star Blaster.
Nice. Oh.
Boom.
Oh!
Those guys are pretty good. They weren't
Those guys are
great, but they were pretty good.
Get together.
You have to find
get the
another
guns.
area.
What was that?
What was that?
That was an insane sound. Maybe Dale looks like he broke off. Dale, can you still hear us?
Am I here?
You're good. You're fine. It's not you. All good.
Huh.
That was insane. That sounded like a squirrel loose in the wires.
Right?
I did not hear it.
What time is it? It's like 9. It's 11 o'clock there, yo.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's getting late. Getting pretty late. I mean, I could go one or two more.
Yeah, I'm about one.
About one more? One more is good. I like one more. That's awesome. I want to I'm printing out some harmonium note sheets and teaching myself the scales. It's super fun.
So the buddy that I'm staying with, he owns a really nice Moog synthesizer.
Oh,
With it's programmable with all the patching wires and everything.
nice.
And he's got like a couple of modules that he plugs into it.
I don't know the timing on it, but we had Craigie say, "I love this topic," and "What is this?" And that's cool from YouTube. Nice. It's all sorry, Craigie. It's all bouncing around in our chat software here. We're not as responsive as we should be to the chat situations.
Gotta blow it up more. Come consistently, then we'll pay attention to you.
We've got rules if you want to talk to us right from the start. Rules.
Straight up.
Can't. Gotta be those rules. Gotta get those rules. Dude, I need snacks down here, except I'm drowning in projects. I literally have to climb over projects to get out of this room. I've walled myself in.
Ooh, that's right. I've got a snack too. I've got some frutos secos.
Oh. Frutos secos? Sounds
Sí.
muy delicioso.
Sibo.
I can wait. I can liberate some snacks. I have discovered snacks. I've got snacks on this level. Snacks.
Oh.
Hey guys.
And I got my buddy's cat over here. She is insisting that I give her loves.
Nice. I've got a kitty here too, who's just about gonna lose her little kitty mind. She's like, this is not cool. Okay, I'm going for the yellow house, Peter. Just the yellow house.
Okay.
And that's where we should meet up and engage situations.
I'm down.
Because we know the yellow house. We know the patterns of the yellow house. We know how to survive the yellow house. But the problem is that there were a lot of other people there warping in at the same time.
Yeah, I like the yellow house. I say we
Own the yellow house?
Yeah.
Master yellow house
You're
situations?
being much too annoying.
Try and coordinate one gun
Dude.
each at the yellow house.
Yellow house it is. It's on the pink dot. Here we go.
No,
Here we go.
No. She is being very annoying.
Oh, Miss Kitty.
I've got something charging up. 50 charges. What does that mean? Story. Forming. Something was good.
Storm forming.
Hey, you guys. Be good. Be good in here. Be
The
good.
yellow house. It's on the other side of the farm. This is far jump anyway. So
Far jump away. Far jump away is the name of this place. The name of the
Landing
yellow
on
house
the
is
red
Far
dot.
Jump Away.
I'm
I'm-
gonna be on the red dot.
I deployed my sky vehicle. You beat me like crazy. to the ground. That strategy sucked. All right, positive vibes only.
Actually,
Dude,
this is mixtos frutos secos.
Mixtos secos.
Frutos secos,
Frutos secos.
which means nuts.
Nuts. There's someone on the ground floor, Peter. There's someone on the ground floor.
Almonds, black walnuts, and
Good job.
God dang it.
raisins.
Oh, I shot that person in the neck. Ugh, he just walked around the corner right into my gun.
Does this hurt them?
Dude.
Okay, good. Does she have a gun? She did not have a gun. She had to have a gun. She shot me with this gun. She was trying to kill me with this gun. Alright, for God's sake. We're in a server room. What kind of fucking server room are we in? It's made out of, like, paper. What the fuck is going on? The fuck is going on? So goddamn confusing, this game, Peter. Barely makes any sense. This game barely makes any fucking sense.
Really?
It's like, just trying to be nonsense, starting to be like, just like, so the opposite of Call of Duty. I'm just gonna get on top of this thing so I make a better target for whoever's gonna try to shoot us. Come on, you fucks, where are you? Where are you? I got a pea shooter, and we're getting shot. We're getting shot somewhere. How are we getting shot? Am I getting shot by you?
No, I'm shooting into the air.
Okay, god dang it. Good thing I didn't panic. I thought I was getting... Fuck!
I thought I'd add to the chaos a little bit.
That's
Just a
awesome.
touch.
I didn't realize, I didn't know how to read my console. I thought we were under attack. Alright. We're gonna trade out all the stuff I'm out of bullets for first. Come on! Let's get it! What do we got? What do we got? Give me something long range. You know what? There's no fucking long range weapons in this game. Like, Havoc suppressed assault rifle. Yeah, sure, but it's like, God, it's like, I'm bitching
Yeah.
about the lack of equipment that we are being shown here. How can I work under these circumstances?
Oh, that's full. Paul, grab
Yes?
this right here.
This Medimist?
Spray it in your eyes. Alright, you
'Cause-
should only have 3 guns. You should have 3 guns in your first 3 slots. And
Are
then...
you giving me advice? I can't even
No.
use a navigation, dude. Go on. 3 guns, Medimist, and I need shields. I know. I'm barely
shields.
playing this game. I'm barely
So,
playing this game.
Grab those and do both of them. And then I'm gonna throw these...
I
Do you have another one?
I want this Havoc suppressed rifle. Nice, thank you. Thank you. Buenosito. Drum shotgun. This is good. Havoc suppressed rifle. I'm going this. There we go. I got my long distance. I'm a happy person. Let's go kill everything. Now I am. Now that I'm armed.
Meh. Oh, let's go get this,
Well, we're getting shot at. We're getting shot at.
Are we really getting shot at?
Or is it your broskies? So, what were you saying? 3 guns. Tell me the secret. 3 guns, Medimist, and shield shit. Is that what you're going for?
You want a Medimist and an assortment of shield. Not assortment, like one of these stacks. You want to stack minis, stack the chug jugs, or fish. There's some fancy fish that
make shields. I just think it's hilarious that you were choosing that moment to counsel me, because I was so confused. I was like, if you were inside my head, you would not be making this choice. I was like, you'd be like,
now is not the time.
Here's how you walk forward. was like where I was coming from. I was like, this is how you take steps in the proper direction. This is how you don't shoot your foot off.
Whoop.
You were like, when assembling the nuclear reactor, one must keep in mind lead and ground wires. I'm like, God dang it! What are we talking about? This is way too. This is like a reversal of roles from our day jobs. I love this.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go, dude. Where are you guys at? I need to pay attention to where you're on the map. Okay. Do we have transportation? Transportation. There's usually a truck outside of this thing. Right over here on the side of this yellow house. Splashdown Palace. Dale, it is so good to catch up with you, brother. You still
I'm
hanging
over
in
here
there?
on mute while I chew.
Oh, you're all good.
Oh yeah.
It's got
Get
good noise
it.
suppression. It's
Oh,
got good noise suppression. What is this? A flapjack rifle. I'm in. I'm in for the flapjacks. Oh, yeah. Alright, what the fuck? Who's shooting at us?
Woohoo!
Are you inside the
got
That's
it.
another thing. That's another business idea, my buddy and I. They don't have any breakfast places anywhere in Santiago, and they don't
Oh.
have pancakes.
Oh my
At all.
god, a pancake breakfast place / psychedelic emporium. You nailed this. Nice. Dude, we got chugs for days. I got so many chugs. I'm swimming in these chugs. Alright, when I say chugs, I mean shields. I'm just following you wherever you go. I'm going.
Let's do it.
Can I ride this boar? I just want to ride something. Come on, let me ride
You
the
gotta
boar.
jump on top of it. It's back.
Jump on top of its back.
Yeah, you have to catch it. Like jump on top of its back.
Oh, come on, come on. It gave me a dialogue. Come on.
You keep missing it.
I keep missing it.
Watch.
I just want a truck of some kind. I just want a truck. I want to drive a truck into the future. Well, this guy who runs Galactic Cactus named Nathan, he throws these awesome all-night parties where they do San Pedro, which is mescaline, which is dance, dance, dance. But the big sky mescaline trip
Wow,
is
I'm stuck at this.
the other planets, galactic visitors, UFOs, extending out to the ends of the universe and into the end of the core of the God self in the heart of the universe. And mescaline is the spiritual father of MDMA. It's the parent of that. And so it's very MDMA-like, except it's organic. So anyway, I am praying and hoping that it has that until I can experience the beneficial benefits of MDMA-assisted psychotherapy legally, that maybe some of the San Pedro might be a spiritual approach to easing into such situations and/or excelling within them. So that is the current plan. That's the plan, skis. It's all legal, by the way. San Pedro's 50 states legal, and mescaline is specifically legal in my state. So.
Specifically.
I definitely
It's
like
specifically.
MDMA.
You do like MDMA. I've wanted some good MDMA for a while, and I'm a pussy, and I don't want to die of fentanyl poisoning, so I'm a pussy.
One of the nice things about MDMA is that
There's a truck over there.
if I decide I want to take a large dose, I can do it
There's
with
people.
MDMA, and it makes it much
Ping 'em?
smoother.
Nope.
Yeah,
How
right
do you do
there.
it? How do you ping them? Fuck.
Left on the D-pad.
Left on the D-pad. Nope, those are left on the D-pad is emotes.
Left. Try something on the D-pad.
Okay, now there's a marker. I say we go get that. Oh, we got a truck right over here. Here's a truck. We got a truck. I got it. Okay, guys, full tank, full health. Let's go. Nice. Where's your broseph? There we go.
Alright.
What the fuck? We got it. We're headed into the future. Here we go.
Head to
I'm jumping this thing. Watch this. Fuck you!
Whoa!
Let's fucking flip it. It's got to roll all the way. Now we're in the psychedelic ayahuasca plants down here. Clearly, botanically powerful.
They were shooting at you there.
Let them try, motherfuckers. We've got the ayahuasca super math going. Let's go. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Just kidding.
Let's go. Alright.
Hey, we can go
yeah,
up these
I
trees
have
here if we
two
want.
keys. Yeah, we could.
Fucking, I'm under, dude. We're scuba diving.
well, that
Yeah. I sank that thing. That was fucking rad. Let's go to the top of this shit. Watch this. Go up here. Here we go.
Treehouse.
Treehouse, dude. We're in a treehouse. This is Avatar style. You guys should get up in this tree.
Avatar style.
Just get up in this tree over here. How do I mark shit? God dang it. I'll figure it out at some point. Okay, never mind. I did. You're right. It's just, it's the down D-pad. It's the down D-pad.
There's a bullet.
There's a chest over there. I might be interested in exploring that chest. There's also
I'm a
crazy...
big fan of exploring chests.
Exploring chests is fantastic. Assuming the chest wants to be explored, it's all good. It's all good.
Ah! Ow.
There's a hop pad. Hop pad, a hop flower. We're just up here. I like where I am right now. I am up tall and everyone else is down below. I like these odds. I've got the best gun. There's no reason for me to leave here until now I should leave here. Okay. We got a collapsing situation here. I'm going to go down by going onto this thing. Okay, now I'm back in the water. All right. We're swimming. We're swimming.
Here.
Can we go in this waterfall? Is that a thing?
Ooh, nope.
Nope. Oh, there's a hop pad. Boom, and I'm out. All right. I'm going to go explore this stupid chest over here cuz it's glowing and I like glowing things. Glowing. Nice. It's full of guns and
I'm a big fan of big chests
Nazi
and
gold.
little chests.
All kinds, really?
All kinds.
Although I'll take large any day. If it's like A/B testing me, a large every day. Every day. Sorry. Sorry, small chested humans.
You're
not aligned with my situation.
I am a fan of perky chests.
Nice. It's all about who you fall in love with, I feel. It's like, I feel like I've come to this conclusion based on a lot of falling in love with humans, and they came in certain shapes and sizes, which resulted in certain affinities for certain situations. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, there's somebody.
Someone's trying to kill me slowly. They're hunting me in these weird ayahuasca vines. I wish I could find them. I'm going up high. I'm just going up high.
Yeah, let's go. Because I can't see them and the storm is coming.
Okay, I'm up high and I'm inside the boundary, and that's all I need right now.
Ayahuasca is one that I think I'm going to stay away from.
Ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Yeah, you make sense to me. It's one you need a call. You should totally have a calling before you do it, and a really good shaman, like a person who's lived the life. And a lot of times, it's just a very different culture. They have a very different understanding of technology. They have a very different understanding of like feminism and women's rights, like the shit you'd like to have, when you're ladies. The like a nice operating system, a nice OS.
I got people on me.
I don't even know. I don't know where anything is. If someone's dead, I see. I got the opportunity to pick up a reboot card now.
I was actually speaking about it in terms of its chemical response in my brain.
Oh yeah, you make sense to me. Because it takes that MEO inhibitor to make it actually kick in.
And I already have reduced MAO activity, so I don't want to inhibit.
Yeah, you're like, give it to me, give me the activity. I am way up here in this thing, and I'm gonna hunt these fucks.
So one of the things about the entheogens is that they preferentially bind to my serotonin receptors, and that gives more time for my MAOA to do its job.
So you're sensitive, and you have a strong reaction to it.
Yeah. Well, I have a weak reaction to it.
A weak reaction to it takes more to get you there.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I'm going to jump off the side of this thing because I don't like this person. Goodbye. 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 There. I jumped it. She didn't get my shit. I threw my shit into a void. Dude, I could not. Nice job, sir. Blast-a-lot. Nice. Well, I think the highest we got was like 11th or something like that. We did not. We didn't completely suck, but dude, this massive undergrowth is hard to navigate. This game updates and changes like every month or something. Every fortnight it changes? Every 2 weeks? Every 2 weeks it's like now Bender and they keep it's just a tour of IP, intellectual property. It's like, today we'll be exploring the Star Wars franchise, or this movie, or that drink mix. It's the most commercial shit you've ever seen in your life.
So this is supposed to be...
It's a random game. It's clearly the result of many mistakes that were made in a row. Not like anybody sitting down and being like, what we should do? Okay, I'm gonna turn this stuff off. Peter Danielson, it was fantastic to hang out tonight. This was so super fun for a Tuesday. We're on tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST with some with some sprint situations. I'm going to send out a little bit of a video. Dale, it was wonderful to catch up. I'm going to pray for you, brother, for your job search and for your general awesomeness. And
my friend that passed away.
And your friend that passed away. What's his name?
For some reason, it is blocked out of my mind right now.
You make sense to me. I've seen that happen before. I've got their IP address from your heart. All good in the hood, brother. Guys, you have a fantastic night. We're going to go out on some music. Any words of wisdom before we depart?
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. Take it easy. Have fun down there in Chile. What an adventure. So fucking cool,
Dale.
Dale.
Enjoy, dude. Peace.
See you guys.
Peace.